ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight and we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, 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 keep coming back,
Brother Marines. Whatever this is, this song. Hello, Brother Marines. We now return for another painting stream, where hopefully this will look a lot better due to the ability to actually focus the camera at times, and using a much better camera. I mean, come on, look. Do it. It will focus when I tells it to. Look at that clarity. All of that clarity, Brother Marines. Do you see the clarity that I have with this camera that I'm using? It's so clear. And I'm using it and not spending money on Droid Cam, because what? Spending money on Droid Cam for So, we're gonna paint a space marine. Brothers! But I guess maybe the other one autofocuses or something. Come on, autofocus. Stop sucking. So, I'm thinking for this, I'm gonna paint it really similar to just like a regular marine. I'm not sure what I want to do with the fist. If I want to do it in the normal, like in like hazard stripes, or leave it in the red. These wings, I think I'm going to do those in silver, and then maybe that in the brass and gold. And then make sure I gotta do the helmet the right way. So, we are going to paint the chapter master of the Bloodhounds chapter. It will be chapterific. So, hazard stripe fist. You could do hazard stripe fist. So it would break up some of the, it would make it a little bit more stand out. Okay, so kind of like with the other ones, let's put on the dance music. Dance. Dance and shake. Shake the paints. Got to dance and shake. Shaking the paint. Shaking it up. Get funky. You want to make sure you hold your paint at a very specific angle and way so you don't spill any of it and lose any of that valuable Citadel brand paint. So we're just doing one model for now. We're just finishing up this one. So we're gonna see how long this takes us to do Chapter Master Aurelius, who is clearly not just a remake of Chapter Master Aurelius. Totally different guy. So it's, I guess we might want some medium in there, just to kind of keep this going. Let's keep this party going with some painting medium. Mix that all in there. That should be good. Yes, I know. Isn't it so much, isn't it so great that I was suggested to use non-copyright music. I mean, I think we all know who I can thank for using the, being told, Slathe, you should use non-copyrighted music. I think that it's it would really, really help out your stuff and make you stand out. I think it would make you totally, totally unique. It would make you, like, super boss. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what they said. You should totally, like, just use royalty-free music. Oh, is that who's lictoring? Is that the lictor right now? Is that Garth? And you're the plant, right? You're just bringing it up. You're just here to mention it, right? So then he'll show up and be like, "You guys are talking shit." I knew it. No, but isn't it so much better? Don't you want to listen to this royalty-free music that you don't hear in every single video on YouTube? Well, you don't hear it in every single video on Twitch. That's why you should go to Twitch. So, it's not the end of the world. No, there's really not going to be a lot of this that we're going to need in too many different areas, because a lot of this was already kind of pre-done. A little bit of it was Martha Stewarted before the stream, just so that way we could get to the point. Yes, that was the whole sole purpose for me painting it before. It was just for this stream. This model's clearly never had paint on it before that for any other reason. Okay, so now let's get these little events here. So now, what do we need to do for the helmet here? So it's the bottom left part of the front mask, and then it's the top right of the most of the helmet sort of thing. Because the Primaris helmets, or whatever they're called, I'm not sure what to call them, the Tacticus helmets, I'll just call them. Alright, camera. The Tacticus helmets, I paint them the same way as I do the Corvus helmets. But then I'm looking at the, I'm not quite sure what to call it. It's not quite like Reaver helmet. It's not quite like Phobos helmet. The Infiltrator helmet, though, looks a lot more like the Mark 7. So I was thinking of doing those ones the same way I do the Mark 7 helmets. Garf was the lictor the whole time? Imagine my shock. What's that guy's name, like? The guy who says that. Charles Johnson or something? So since we were talking about Primarchs in the pub, what would Arrow be like in a pub, Slathe? Is he cool? Is Arrow cool, and would he be cool in a pub? That's a difficult question for me to answer, considering a lot of the stuff about Arrow is like allusions to Arrow. It's like, and he did this. Personality-wise, though, he's somewhat robbed a lot of the time. I would want to say, to go along with the theme of what Arrow is and a lot of his character traits, I would say he would be the little brother of the Primarchs that they brought into the pub. Just to keep things consistent. If that was a YouTube video, it would have been taken down. See, I don't notice it. I always, when I'm listening to that music, it sounds to me like it's the same kind of royalty-free stuff that people use all the time. And I literally just went onto YouTube and just clicked royalty-free 10 hours. And then just clicked the first one. I'm gonna make sure this helmet gets 2 thin coats, isn't that right, Duncan? That's all it needs, just 2 thin coats. So, Jackler was thinking hazard stripes for the fist. I was wondering, at one point I was thinking that maybe I wanted to do checkerboard, but it's got this whole Aquila thing on it, and that would just fuck the whole checkerboard. The whole Aquila thing in the fist, on the fist here. Let's see if we can get some focus on this. Right? There's this whole eagle on the fist. Kind of kills the idea of me doing patterns on the fist. Today was Perturbator. I've never heard of that. Gee, Slathe, you never heard of Perturbator? Ugh, I thought you were cool. So yeah, this really isn't going to need a lot of this, just because most of this has already been done. There's just a couple spots. And then I'm probably gonna... I'll probably want to have these fingers... Because I'm not going to want to have the fingers in hazard stripe. So I'm probably going to want to just do this now while I have the paint on the palette sort of thing. That'd be it's just one of those, like, might as well moments sort of thing. And then I went with the Primaris Captain with Plasma Pistol and Power Fist. And literally, to instead of buying the expensive model that's stupid like that, like that's such a stupid practice, I think, that they did that. I just bought a box of Intercessors and gave it a Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol. And then just gave it the back of Robute Gilliman's backpack thing, his trophy. Well, that's not nice to say about Wintermoth. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure he's fine. I've seen him pop. I saw him pop online at least once, I think a week or two ago. So he was online so I'm sure he's fine, unless that was the police finding his phone. You know, and being like, so who is this man in the woods that we found? Check his phone. Who is this Slathe the Space Marine? We must contact him. So I'm still kind of unsure, because I mean, like, the red Power Fist might look nice too. And it would be kind of more in line with the way that I originally did. Like, the original box of Bloodhounds that I did was a box of Blood Claws. And I'm pretty sure the Power Fist in that box, I just painted it red. So that would be close to the way the original ones. But the way I do the Power Fists now for the Terminators is, that's done in Hazard Stripes. That's right, my non-alcoholic Coca-Cola. I'm gonna need that to dry. Oh, there's gonna be another trim. Totally missed this trim here. Well, this is like the lamest pop. This is what happened to Machine Gun Kelly after Eminem got to him. '20th of July. That's quite a while ago. Which is weird though, because I mean, like, I swear I saw him online. Like, I saw the name. This is terrible. This song was brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. See, I can totally shill Raid Shadow Legends. This song sucks just about as much as Raid Shadow Legends. Instant sponsor. This little tiny bit on the inside of the Power Fist here. Right on the inside, just before the fingers. Probably want to do that in a metallic or something. Kind of like the fingers. I'm thinking the fingers are all just going to be like just like a steel. gunmetal sort of thing. Let's give them that second coat. It's probably unnecessary, but let's give them that second coat, just because. Because Duncan says so. And the reason I'm going over some of these areas again is because some of these areas are a little bit thin. You have a lesson at 6 a.m.? So are you working like 2 jobs now? I have to do a little bit of that helmet again. So, now, I'm thinking I want to move on to blues. Let's get that out of the way. So we're going to go to our game color stormy blue. Oh, we've got to get that into focus. Got to focus on that. Come on, camera. Important. That's right. Stormy blue. And the iron halo, I suppose. I took this off of Robute Gilliman. I didn't include it on my one because I just didn't like I just didn't want it on my model. I was just like, I don't want my guy to be so flashy. And then it's like, I need to make a chapter master. How do I make the chapter master? I don't know, take a marine and give him a thing on his back. There we go, chapter master. That's way too much, but it's fine. I'm taking a little bit of this. This is going to go for the Aquila. I still find it's easier to paint the Aquila by going to the top and painting down. Just because of the way that the fingers, the way that the feathers, the way that they layer on top of each other. So who do we have here today? We got Jackler, we got Epic Narrator, Atropus Moon. I said that weird. Atropus Moon. Welcome back. Welcome back. Ah, Mr. Atropus Moon. Welcome back. We've missed you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the helmet at this angle. I'll be able to get one of the eyes, but I'm not quite so sure about the other one. I'll try my best. So this one's going to be the challenge. Okay, I think I got enough of the blue into there. But I have probably way too much blue on my palette now. And Nah, that'd be weird, putting the blue on the fist. What about blue eagle in the back? The blue, if the Aquila thing on the shoulders holding the iron halo, what if it was also a blue bird? What are people's thoughts in the chat? We got some people here. Should I use this blue paint to make this blue? I was thinking of making it silver and it was going to hold a golden ring. But if it was blue, what do you think? I'll just light up half a smoke while... Did I just light my hair on fire? So, I don't know, blue eagle, and I'm meaning like this right here. Should this also be blue? Hey, Trooper Geo. Yeah, I'm really thinking, oh, I know where I could use some blue on the pistol. Haha. And definitely not on that eagle, because that would be weird. Let's get our base blue in here, which is kind of a darker blue, but it's fine. The more blues, the better. Go with gold. It makes him seem more important if he has gold on him. I was gonna go with gold for this ring at the top for like the sun, and then the bird itself I was thinking silver, just because I feel it would fit with the overall kind of color scheme better, and then separate the gold a little bit from him. Similar with kind of like this, with like this bauble at the end of the chain. See if we can get this. This bauble at the end of the chain was probably going to be in gold with the silver chain. Okay, so I think we're done with that. We can move on to our next color now, so we can probably even just move on to the lighter blue. Let's get this blue done. And let's not have as nearly as much paint as that time. We only need about that much. Very, very thin amount too. This is a kind of a blob. This is more of a little layer. And already I've got too much of my brush, and I'm not going to need that much. So this is kind of a dry brush technique. Jacular! That's what it sounded like it said there. I know it said jack it up, but there you go, Jacular. This is the Jacular song. Jacular gets his own song. and then running across these across the grain essentially of this power cell, so that way I'm not getting the bright blue into the crevices. That's not the water. That was just a glass jar with nothing in it. And then the eyes. Now this part's a challenge, considering my brush is getting a bit frayed. I need to get a new brush soon. Baneblade. Oh wow. Oh mate, you almost got me there. I almost messed up this paint job with that Baneblade. Nice try though. Oh, but I ended up fucking it up anyway? Karma. Instant karma. Whatever, I can still just fix it up with a little bit of black. I don't need to be all super OCD about it. Super all perfectionist, like we were talking about in the other stream. Just get in there, you blue paint. Jackler 2 Electric Boogaloo. Only in DVD. Available on VHS cassette. Buddy cop movie with Slathe. This summer, just when you thought you were Slathe. I just need to add a rom-com. Oh, rom-com between Jackler and Slathe? Can Elizabeth Hurley be in it? Ah, yes. That's what we need. Elizabeth Hurley, please come back to movies. Actually, looks like I might need to even out the mask a little bit. Because that front plate of the helmet is a little bit uneven. Dang it. Fix. fix? It fixed. Right. We're trying to get into the Death Watch. Okay, so we got that and that done. Then, I guess, is pistol pouch. We'll do that next. I'm gonna have to get used to which spot I need to paint the model in. There's also a little bit of shade going on here, which makes it a little bit difficult. I really need to get that overhead lamp, or that ring light, or whatever. Because my wall lights are just not cutting it, sort of thing. Kringle, Kringle, be gone, Atropus. What? What happened? What's with this Harry Potter nonsense? Now, if I'm going for Hazard Stripe Fist, which, I mean, how would I want to do that? Just stripes across? Wait, is Jackler like your Space Marine OC or something? I'm not sure. What's an OC? Oh, original character. Duh. So, what do you think? This Power Fist. Do we want to do that in Hazard Stripes? And chevrons? That's gonna be... Could, but then it's got this thing on it. So then that's gonna break it up already. So I'm kind of leaning away from the Hazard Stripes from the chevrons. So, I think at this point we'll do the face. Some Bugman's Glow. Iron Warrior him up. Chevrons, eh? Now I can't make up my mind. Okay, well, we'll try. We'll try it. So I'm going to get some of this brown first. Freehand some blood drops on it. There's enough space, makes him fit in with the chapter name. The blood fists. the bloody fisters. Okay. This is where the stream just drops the base. So now I'm gonna add brown on top of the red. Because if I'm gonna do yellow, I'm gonna put a brown coat down first. And then I'm probably even gonna go to an orange. And I'm beginning to think that some of these parts I should have done in black. And then just done in silver instead. So let's just make sure we get enough. This brown. And pretty much anywhere we're going to want yellow, we're going to want this brown. And really, even this brown here is too dark, which is why I need to layer it up from this to a different one. So it's kind of funny, like avoiding using multiple layers. You use multiple layers of something else, but then again, multiple layers of yellow just looks shit. It just looks total shit. Okay, we got our brown coat. Freehand. Okay, wait. Nothing. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna move past that. So now I'm gonna need. I'm probably just gonna use this filthy brown after that, and I'm gonna need to get my yellow. Let's get a little bit of this down. There we go. And we're gonna come back to that color later on for the skin. But let's get some of this down. And this is going to bring us most of the way to yellow. Yeah, until is that even still in frame? No. Giving it that Duncan brand kind of second coat. Okay, so we're almost there. Alright, so we're gonna get Averland Sunset Citadel brand. Ugh. That's a nightmare. See if this is any better. It's a little bit better. Well, actually, it's a lot better than it literally just was. So let's get a little bit of yellow. Painting yellow, not fucking around. And the reason I go to all this length is that yellow is really, really transparent. So it really likes to show whatever you have underneath it. So having something as similar as possible to it underneath really, really helps yellow a lot. And then it's like, well, yellow is similar to yellow, and it's like, yes, you're not listening. You're right, you're right. Yellow is similar to yellow. Okay, get a little bit. Here. And then what does this... let's see if we can get it to... how's this looking? Well, it keeps going out of focus, but... See, that's not a terrible yellow. I'm happy with that. So then it'll just be putting stripes on it, which I think I might want to wait till later for that. So I kind of want to move on to something else. But then again, I might as well do that now. So let's get some more black. Okay. Are the Iron Warriors the only ones that have chevrons? That can't be the case. These chevron stripes are a little bit all over the place, but that's the angle that apparently I chose. Oh well. It's not too bad. It's one of those, not the greatest, not the worst chevrons. So I'll accept it. We're still gonna need to do some metallics, and that'll probably break it up. And then this, because I don't want to do chevrons over top of the eagle, so I'm gonna have to do that in something else. And I'm thinking that's probably would be silver, because it would be the same color as the rest of the fist that's breaking up all the colors. So that's probably going to be the best choice for that, which means I'm going to have to paint it black. Bit of water got on the brush there. And just while I'm here, I'll just add a little bit of black to where I have this skull. One more last coat on that because it was hit by a little bit of water. That should be good. So now, okay, so we did blue. We could do metallics. So we're going to use lead belcher, which is pretty much like it's like gunmetal or bolt gunmetal. I believe it's meant to be the replacement for that. Ah! Explodey paint when you open it up. So let's put a little bit of this down. Now, I'm probably going to want to have a brighter silver to use as a highlight, especially on that eagle. So let's just get this silver. I'm gonna go down the same way that I was doing on the other one. So that way it saves some of the dark areas. And then I'll try to get the inside of this as best I can. I have to probably go up for that part. And then getting that top of the backpack is going to be a bit of a challenge. That doesn't look terrible, it looks alright. Let's see if we can get it to focus. So yeah, it looks alright. Still probably going to want to have a little bit of a highlight on that silver though. Alright, so let's get the rest of the silver parts done. Next we'll do the fingers. I'll also do the fingers by going from the top of, the top of the finger, like from the palm, let's just say, to the tip of the finger. Paint outward, so that way the silver kind of drops down those like kind of steps of the Terminator, of the Power Fist fingers. So it leaves a little bit of a dark spot again. Of course, you know, do what you need to do if you can't get it from the angle you want. And then this on the fist.
Kind of like just like every other one of those Marines. Silver into the back of the legs, and then that part of the arm. Oh, did I not get any black in there? Oh well, that can be fixed with just some silver and some wash. And if I can get it from the right angle. We're gonna need a little bit more. Probably a lot more than I needed, but that's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I got some on my shoulder here. Well, I can fix that later. Get this top of the trim of the shoulder. Good. Then we need to get a little bit in the backpack area. I'm just going to be right here, and there. Let's get some into the vents. And make sure we go around the entire trim of that vent. And then the other one. A little bit. No worries. inside power pants. It's an important part. And then we're going to want to do that power fist, plasma pistol. Have a look at the hazards. They're not the greatest, I'm going to be honest. I did not do the best job, but they're not the worst job. Let's see if we can get something to kind of... This will work probably. But then again, that's not what this is about. This isn't about doing the best job. I'm just doing it. Not quite the best job, but I'm not disappointed in it. It's alright. Now, I need to get these. Oh. Fix the brush up, because this brush is getting worn down. Gotta go through business emails with a Japanese bloke tomorrow. Is all this stock or a conversion? This, I got this eagle thing from Robute Gilliman. I got it from the Robute Gilliman model. I don't want to say I actually met the man. But, I took it off of that because I didn't want to add it to my model that I was using for my, Primarch. Because I just, when I saw the Gilliman model, and I saw that he just had, like, a sword, and he just looked like a space marine, pretty much, but just kind of bigger. That was, my immediate thought was, that's perfect. That's exactly what I thought of. Just a bigger space marine. It's just something that boring. Right? Not like, I mean, I'm not taking down the Forge World one. That one looks nice, though, like the Roman armor style. But I just wanted something really plain and basic, and then that's what they provided, and so I got that. And I didn't add it to my one because I converted it very, very slightly. And because I felt like it was just too extravagant in a sense. Because the character is meant to be kind of like that Cup of the Carpenter sort of character, like from Indiana Jones. Sorry if I'm not out of frame. Sorry if I'm not in frame. I'm just trying to get this one part here. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that could have been better. There's lots of things that were left desired, for sure. But when I wanted to get up on the opportunity, one of the things that would always cross my mind was, you know, how big do I actually want to make this model? Because I've tried a couple times. Back part done. How much silver do I have left on the palette? None. Just be enough. And I'm probably going to want to add some black to the side of it again. Just so that way. There's a couple areas I want to add black back to, just because I hit it with some silver by mistake. And then I want to add another silver to highlight the silver, and then I want to add a wash. And then I think this is mostly done. Oh, the skin. You're out? Alright. Well, thanks for dropping by. 3.5 hours before I need to get up. Yeah, get some rest. Have a good night. Teach some English. Some English. And we'll catch you back tomorrow, probably on the Epic Narrator stream on Twitch. Check it out. We'll see what he's painting tomorrow. If he's not painting his Valkyrie still, I don't know if he finished it. At least after the lesson you can go back to sleep. Well, there you go. The silver lining of things. So let's get this skin base coat on. Or at least the best we can, that it's hidden behind this shoulder pad. I went for one of those big brain positions, but of putting his face right next to something. It's looking pretty mint. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's just fix up those couple areas just so they don't, so they're not in the back of my head just going like, you didn't fix them, you didn't fix them. It's like, oh no, don't fix that. That's like unintended OSL. No, I'm taking that off. I think that's cleaned up. So, after... So what do I want to do now? I want to do the flesh wash. Then I want to do... Well, if I'm doing the flesh wash next, I might as well do a brass and a gold. I'm also going to need to have a... I really am going to need to have a brighter silver. I know I have one, but... So I'm going to start with brassy brass. Some good old game color brassy brass. I'm just going to go left and right. Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna go outward so that way there's not gonna be any paint crust or anything. As soon as this paint's kind of little bit of this brassy brass down here. Then I'm going to want to add, where is it? Glorious gold. Glorious gold. We're not going to need a lot of this. This is a lot brighter. Now this one I'm kind of want to dry brush it over top of the brass. That didn't quite go on. Maybe a little bit less dry. It's not going on. Come on. Do the effect I want you to do. I think it did it. Okay. Oh, it looks like it could use a little bit of this. Right there. Okay, so now I'll go to the flesh wash, which I might be using a couple times, but we're going to then take this flesh wash, the excess go in there, and then I'm going to add this pretty generously to this gold area. And the same thing to the other one. Oh, whoops. And the face. Forgot the face. That's like the main use of the flesh wash. Now this is probably going to get applied a couple times during this. And how long are we at now? Hour 40 minutes? Okay. Let that wash dry. And while doing that, what do we got next to do? So we've got the hair, the skull, I need to get a brighter silver. Okay, I've got this chainmail silver, which I hope should work. But I'm probably also going to want to do a wash to it before I do the highlight. So let's grab our Agrax Earthshade, because we're pretty much at this stage anyway, might as well. Might be too much in some spots. So should I get that, some of that out there? Now, some of the littler areas like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna need to fix that plasma pistol. I'm gonna have to add some white to the edges of it. But I can get to that point. Jacula has returned during his song. Alright, so I'm just going to pull this down. Try to get this wash. Get this everywhere. I swear I've heard this song other than my on here. Is this like what normally where it would be like, you can get these merch items. Now go back to all of the Die Inside MILF videos. Okay, and then it's going to need to have some highlights. And that face needs to get finished. So let's close this. Let's see. Let's get a zoom in of this or whatever. Zoom in. Let's get a focused shot. So still need to finish the face. Maybe make that a little white to the pistol. And then a highlight to this silver area. We'll just let that dry for a second. Just so I'm not playing with a bunch of wet washes. It's looking great so far. Thanks, Jackler. I'm not sure how well this chainmail is going to work, because I'm not hearing any sort of splishes or feeling any sort of movement in the bottle. Which usually leads me to believe that it's likely a dead paint. Splash of cola, maybe. Keep letting that dry for a moment. So what's so I didn't catch the end of it. Did Garf finish that Valkyrie, or does he still have more for tomorrow? Did you see the end of Garf's painting stream? Do we know if did he finish, or does he still have more Valkyrie left? Because I was considering, when I was like, I might throw on a painting stream, I was like, maybe I'll try to do 10 infiltrators. And then I thought, you know, that's going to take actually a long time. And I'm not sure if I want to commit hours and hours and hours and hours tonight. So painting one model seems a lot more likely. And then it's like, well, what's kind of a glaring model that, you know, I should get done? And it's kind of like, well, there's this one that's kind of staring me in the face. I should probably get this one done. You didn't catch the end either? Okay. Well, still, I mean, getting one model painted, and there was a little bit of, I went to go grab some cola, actually, at the beginning of it, when it was on starting soon. How long was it starting soon for? Like 10, 15 minutes? I'm looking at how much that, it's now, we're now at 1:55, we're about 5 minutes to 2 hours, and I'm thinking I spent about 10, 15 minutes grabbing some colas. So I might actually have about, like, you know, 20 minutes left to try to keep this up to that sort of par of 2 hours per model, which, I mean, 2 hours per model, that gets me what I need to do. But then again, that's not from start to finish with this, though. So this one would have taken longer if I was doing it from start to finish. So we'll just burn some holy incense and make sure that, you know, as long as, you know, the model's painted high, it was built at high, it'll get high scores. Good old Method Man and Red Man. It's been a while. Please come back to movies, Method Man and Red Man. Just don't come back to music. Alright, so for the skin, we're gonna go with this filthy brown. I wanted to call it snakebite leather. Although this is actually a bit brighter. This isn't snakebite leather. Snakebite leather is actually is kind of in between Mornfang brown and filthy brown. Once again, I'm just going to kind of dry brush down with this color. There's that area of his neck right there. And his chin. Do kind of a side for that. That's fine though. And the tough part's just going to be getting that perp that's behind his shoulder pad there. More points and shit for fully painted minis or something? I don't know. Sure. More points for fully painted minis. I haven't actually played the game in a long time. Although I'm probably going to be learning the game and teaching it to a friend of mine who wants to learn and pick up the game, so I may be playing the game in the soon future. Okay, and then after that's done, then I'll do some highlights with this on the face. So until that though, I can probably do the hair. Slathe the Space Marine Battle Report. It's been a long time since a beat max bat rep. And I remember I remember one time I was talking to, like, Matt from Mini Wargaming, and he was like, oh, yeah, I like the name. It was pretty funny. Get the back of his head, come on. Wow, this eagle thing is making this just impossible to get the back of his head. I mean, like, I can still do it, but, like, it's just, that's such a pain. some of it came off. Come on, Mornfang Brown. Quit being a cunt, Mornfang Brown. And then I'll go over this with just a little highlight of Mornfang Brown, just on the edges. Not entirely necessary, but it'll just look nice. What's left? Highlight. Rest of the face. Highlight. So we need some of this. The Kislev flesh layer. So we're really not going to need much of this at all. Like even that's way too much. But it's a good example of what color it is, just to show it compared to the other browns. And this one you really just want to paint. You just want to get a little bit on the tip of your brush, just a tiny bit, and then all you're doing with it is putting it across like the bridge of the nose and like the cheekbones, just some of the raised areas. I usually just tap off the sides a little bit just so I don't have too much. Actually, that's all I'll need of that. The rest of that blob is useless. For now, I'm going to need this wash again. Just the dark wash. And then just put that on top of the hair. Just so it darkens it out a bit. Gives it a little bit of a separation from the skin. I don't want to just like totally drown it out. Like this ear now just got washed. Got ear washed. Then what's left? Highlight on the pistol and a highlight on the silver. And I think that should be good. So let's try this. Let's see if this silver that I think is dead is actually dead. Yeah. I mean, that could probably be fixed with some medium, but I don't know. I don't know about right now. That's sad. So what I could do. Take this Althwin Gray. And take a blob of it about... a little bit more. There we go. Oh no, I don't have a silver to highlight with. Now, is that going to be gray, or is that going to be... No, that's silver. Okay, I'm having a bit of difficulty with this now. Alright, can I... I don't know. I feel like it lost some of its luster in that, so I'm gonna just get some more lead belcher or whatever. And despite it being a bit dark, I'll just dry brush some of that back onto there. And then I'm going to want a tiny bit of... Do I want white? Because the off-white might be... Is this even going to mix? It might. Did I put white down on the palette? Where did they put it though? Is this it? Oh, it's just water. Oh, there's nothing there. Not anymore. Now I gotta do that chest. I should probably actually do that with Alcuin Gray. Okay, so we highlight that, this, face, hair, this, skull, that, this, that, the other, and I think we're done.
Chapter Master Aurelius.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion.
Rise, Aurelius Prime.
Down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow. Moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Let's just show that I got the face back there. Alright. I'll take some pictures. I'll put it on the Discord.
Peace.